Welcome to the Marketing Boost Solutions Podcast, the #1 source for proven solutions to all your marketing challenges.
So welcome back to another episode of the Marketing Boost Solutions Podcast. Today we're diving deep into the world of authentic growth marketing, affiliate trust, and partner performance with someone who's really been down the trenches of digital strategy for about 2 decades. Tye DeGrange is the founder and CEO of Round Barn Labs, an award-winning boutique growth agency based in Austin, Texas, serving powerhouse clients like Grammarly, MetaQuest, Nextdoor, and a bunch of others. Live Nation, with over 20 years of hands-on experience scaling both startups and future 500 brands. Tyes agency and Fortune 500 brands, rather. Tyes agency is recently named on the top 30 global affiliate marketing agencies. So, wow, for lots of good reasons that we're going to get into on this call. So whether you're a founder, a marketer, or an agency owner, get ready for some tactical insight and new hard truths that can really give you a fresh perspective on the future growth of your business. Welcome to the show, Tye. Say hello.
Thanks for having me, Marco. This is going to be good.
Thank you for being here, Tye. We're always looking for experts like you to help empower our community of entrepreneurs. Folks, if you're new to Marketing Boost, what we do is provide perks, rewards, and incentives to help you grow your business. And the purpose of this podcast is to continue to educate you on how to grow your business with and without incentives. So, Tye, let's start with how you got into this world of affiliate marketing and influencers, and how long have you been doing this exactly? Just give us a little elevator pitch of your background.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me, Marco. I'm in the Capital Factory Library conference room here in Austin, Texas. For a heads up, this is where my office is located. So it's kind of a fun little secret door behind the office space, which is a lot of fun. But I'm based in Austin. I've been in the West Coast, came out of Silicon Valley. I was there for about 10 years, been in performance marketing for about 20. How I got into it, really stumbled into it. I was a history nerd, enjoyed information, learning, 20th century US history, other phases of history. Thought I was going to get interested in law and perhaps teaching. And, I was fortunate to be in the Bay Area when things were starting to boom in tech. Got into a Sequoia, one of the major venture capital firms, first ad networks, kind of similar to what became part of Google, and learned a ton and met some amazing people. Just got hooked by what was fast growing startups, what was tech, and then learned about affiliate marketing, a very relationship based, but also kind of almost performance PR aspect of marketing. And from there, I got into multi-channel, got to work at eBay, did a stint at Amazon, had a lot of really exciting, fun, um, enjoyed the information. I love how it was dynamic and it was, and how changing it was. And so just kind of got hooked from there and stayed involved in it. That's how I got involved in this community.
Wow, that's a good, certainly a good foundation for launching your own. And I understand Round Barn is your business. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I started it about 11 years ago.
And what inspired you to branch out, become an entrepreneur, and do your own
Yeah.
Round Barn Labs?
Yeah, so the funny story is how it came about was my name means from the barn in French, loosely translated. And
The
then
garage, huh?
yeah, I grew up next to one of a very unique, beautiful old round barn in Sonoma County, about an hour north of San Francisco. And the cool little story around it is that, for the same material, you get more space and more efficiency within the build. So it was kind of cool in that sense. And for me, I really enjoyed working for other people for a long time. I enjoyed the learning aspect. I enjoyed the all I wasn't jumping out of school or high school thinking I was going to be a business owner per se. But what I found was over time, people continue to come to me for help, saying, "Hey, how do I think about multi-channel marketing? How should I approach affiliate marketing? How should I how much money should I spend if my CAC and LTV are the following?" So over the years, we get these questions. And one of my managers was nice enough to say, "Hey, you should think about, consulting. You should put your thought around this." And so as that happened, what coincided with that is the startups would be kind of boom bust, and it would necessarily always result in long-term stability. And so I thought to myself, what if I tried this consulting thing and kind of sell the picks and the shovels in the gold rush rather than trying to find the next Uber and stay there and ride that as long as I could. So by providing the picks and shovels, we did build up a very good sustainable business long term, which has been um, really, really cool and exciting.
Great, great. So, well, let's jump into it. You launched it. So the name Round Barn comes from your name. Is that okay, what I understood? Or I,
Yeah, it comes from my name, and there was an old, really cool round barn. They're very rare. You'd see them all across the U.S., and there was a really cool one kind of near where I grew up. So it's kind of a homage to where I grew up and my family.
yeah, got it, got it. So you talk a lot about authentic trust in building your business. And what does that mean to you? And why is that critical in today's affiliate influencer marketing landscape?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that's pretty wild right now is that there's a real trust gap going on, right? If you look at, probably would all agree when you think about, business, authority, government, the media, the way people view things now is not what it used to be. Trust in the federal government was at 78% at one point. It's down to 18%, which is insanely low. It's about a third of people actually trust media. It's kind of nuts. It's actually dropped from 72% than just to a third. Fewer than 20% of people trust businesses to do the right thing. Um, CEO credibility is low, not good for me, not good for a lot of people. Um, and so, you think about the younger generation coming up, millennials, Gen Z, younger than that, the trust goes down even further. So we're in this, what I call a trust gap. Uh, when you think about marketing, brands aren't, because of this gap, they're not easily able to just jump in and say, okay, here's Visa, we have an amazing card, here's the situation, look at how great we are, sign up. It's not like it used to be. And you've seen the explosion of affiliate, you've seen the explosion of influencer. That's where we position ourselves. That's where we are, an affiliate and influencer creator. We can find the review sites, the content sites. And so we're saying to folks, if you want to build that trust up, don't just rely on your branded messages. Don't just rely on what you're saying through Google and Meta or TV. Those are great. You have to have that. But tap into your existing customers, tap into reviews, authenticity, and people who are, genuinely excited about the brand that want to share the story. That's a lot of what affiliate and influencer marketing can be if it's done effectively.
I can't move on without taking that was the perfect leeway into one of my brands I want to mention. So let's take a minute and hear from Trust by Reviews, which will be, I'll just tell you the story. Marketing Boost was built on the back of reviews. Before we started Marketing Boost, we were in the travel space with one of our websites, and we wanted video testimonials, and we couldn't get them to save our lives back then. So we came up with an idea to offer our clients while they were on vacation. We were in the travel sales business. So we were selling resorts, beautiful hotels. When they check into the hotel, we send them an email and a text message saying, "Hey, how's the hotel living up to your expectation? Give us a rating of 1 to 5 stars. What do you think?" It's kind of a private survey. If they gave us a 1, 2, or 3, we had a chance to immediately jump on trying to fix whatever they were not happy about. But if they were a 4 or 5, we'd be saying, "Hey, would you help spread the word? And if you would go the extra mile and film a selfie testimonial about the hotel and their brand and ours, we'll give you a bonus holiday, 3 nights in your choice of Orlando or Las Vegas." Well, that turned into over time 30,000 video testimonials for that website, more than any other travel website in the world. Still a very powerful website, doing great. And then we eventually that turned into what marketingboost.com is today, where we help you generate reviews and referrals. But now we have trustbyreviews.com, and we help you do what we used to do. We help you solicit more reviews and help you encourage them to post their same review on multiple third-party review sites with a couple of easy clicks. We help you solicit video reviews and help you manage your online reputation and even reward clients for going the extra mile of posting on multiple third-party review sites, etc., once they gave you their honest feedback. So check out trustbyreviews.com. Perfect tie-in. Thank you, Ty, for that. All right.
Well, I just want to throw a little thing there. I mean, you're kind of talking about a similar thing with what you're saying. Getting reviews is a very powerful part of it. So you definitely hit the nail on the head. It's very related.
Yeah, you've got to in any business today. I mean, Harvard studies have shown that 90% of consumers are going to go look for reviews to help make the decision of whether they pull the trigger to do business with you, or whether they postpone it for further research or a competitor. And so your reviews are super important. The consistency of fresh reviews are super important. If your last review was from 6 months ago, that's not a good sign. So people want to see constant, fresh reviews that are coming in, and nothing better than video reviews as well. If you can manage to solicit those and use those as part of your proof, social proof that any business needs in today's world. So what are some of the biggest mistakes brands make when trying to launch either an affiliate program, and what do you, when you're talking about influencer, is are you talking about hiring influencers, or are you referring to really leveraging your video reviews and testimonials from your own clients, as you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, we're typically working with, e-commerce, but a lot of technology brands more and more. And whether they're international, multi-billion dollar size. So they are looking to get a handle on partnerships. And so oftentimes that means, hundreds or thousands of affiliate sites and reviews and content sites related to their ideal customer persona. Or on the influencer creator side, YouTube creators, people explaining, hey, I'm unboxing this really cool new product. Here's what I liked about it. Here's what I didn't like about it. Here's the honest perspective. Um, so for the most part, it's really possible evangelists, and we're going out and recruiting them for the brand we're representing. There are occasions where a smaller percentage it might be, hey, they're existing customers or they're an initial evangelists. Ideally, there's more overlap there than there's not, and ideally we increase that percentage of like, hey, these are very much active power users, etc. Reality is it's not a huge overlap, but it's an exciting opportunity. So most of the time we're bringing them to the partner, to the client.
So what's one of the an example, or what's a high performing affiliate partner program look like today, especially for startups or e-commerce brands? What are the first steps they need to take to begin setting up that the proper partner program?
Yeah, it's a really good call. So, stepping back, we want to make sure we have a good technical and tracking foundation. So, getting that right sounds easy, sounds elementary, but surprising how many people don't think about that. So, we help kind of navigate that and suggest the right platforms, the right SaaS tools, get the technical setups to their team. You can set up via API or pixel firing or batch processing, but you got to track properly so that partners get paid, partners have confidence. They know that if they put skin in the game and do all this effort to kind of go out and promote you, they're going to get that cost per lead, or that 10% of the sale, or that bonus, or even sometimes a flat fee. So making sure you've got a good partner that's um, good platform that's tracking on, it's really important. From there, the word active management comes to mind. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking it's set it and forget, thinking it's like LinkedIn, Google, Meta. It's not. You need someone a human to actively manage the program, to look at uh, fraud protection, to look at reporting, to look at data, to go out and recruit partners regularly, not just in bursts, not just sit back on their laurels and let a few partners do it all, because the 90/20, 80/20 rule, excuse me, is really on steroids, and even more so it's pronounced in affiliate, where you have sometimes 95% of your revenue coming from, the top 5%. You don't want that. It's going to happen to some extent, but if you can get 80/20, if you can get, if you can expand that top 10, if you can get 20%, top 20% to really do your best work, it's going to be spread out throughout a program, but obviously the top partners are going to drive the lion's share. That's typically how affiliate programs work, and influencer programs work. But if you
And you're hoping to
diversify,
find, yeah, you got to try to keep digging until you find top 20, top 30 that are killing it, that everybody else can aspire to. And you point out something. I mean, our business was originally built on affiliates. We targeted affiliate marketers first when we launched Marketing Boost. We spent the first year almost targeting affiliates, and getting them to tell the story, you get the word out for us and pay heavy commissions. And and then we kind of let it slide back. Now that you talk about having someone dedicated to the effort, we're not dedicating enough effort to it anymore. As I think about it, we're not focused on sticking into all the different affiliate platforms and recruiting more affiliates, and it's just kind of like on autopilot, which is not a good idea. Now that you mention it, I got so many different balls in the air that I'm like guilty as any other entrepreneur.
oh,
Okay,
it,
I did that worked. Let me keep trying this and that and the other. Got sometimes you got to go back to blocking and tackling and figure out. Wait a second, I'm missing every block by not getting more affiliates. So good catch on my own part. I'm taking notes over here. Everybody else should be doing that as well. So,
thank you. Appreciate that.
hey, you mentioned one of the favorite? Do you have a favorite tool or platform that you could mention that for managing the partnerships and tracking, and
Yeah.
maybe that you recommend?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it definitely depends on the situation. We've had a lot of success with Impact. They've done a great job in building and investing in hiring the right folks and bringing in a lot of the right tools. They've done a great job of courting, a great mix of B2B and consumer brands, leading technology brands. We've had a lot of success with them. I've had really good conversations with the folks at PartnerStack on B2B, specifically B2B business software and tracking. They've done a great job. And then on the influencer side, Creator Co, we've had a lot of success in terms of just cost benefit, value, customer service, ability to kind of track down and find influencers and make sure you're monitoring and managing and paying and tracking them effectively. So those are the three that I take a look at, and our team's done a lot of research on this topic. But we've also, I've worked at other networks. I have recommended, and our team's working actively on a lot of the networks. So we have a lot of experience across these and familiar with a lot of them. Um, but those are the few that I'd recommend taking a look at.
Super. Um, Folks, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
It's time to wow, surprise, and impress your clients with the most powerful customer draw card available anywhere. The Marketing Boost Solutions Show is brought to you by Marketing Boost, where you can get valuable travel and restaurant incentives to drive your leads from prospects to paying customers. Now you can offer complimentary hotel stays in over 130 destinations worldwide. Go to marketingboostsolutions.com and try it for free right now.
You just heard from marketingboost.com, of course, our main sponsor. If you're an entrepreneur looking for ways to wow your clients, surprise them, or delight them with amazing rewards, perks, and incentives, check out marketingboost.com, where we provide you with an amazingly affordable way to wow your clients with complimentary hotel stays, restaurant savings cards good at over 1 million hotels worldwide, restaurant savings vouchers that are good at over 100,000 locations in the USA and Canada. So again, Marketing Boost can be an amazing way to reward your clients for taking certain calls to action. So check it out. We also have an affiliate program like we're talking about here on the show. So as a member of Marketing Boost, it's free to be an affiliate as well. And we pay 40% for every referral you send our way. you get 40% of the life of their membership with Marketing Boost. So I figured I'd plug that in here, Ty, since we're talking about affiliate marketing and
Oh yeah,
performance-based marketing.
it's all
Um,
plugs for days here at Affiliate Marketing. That's what we do, so it's all good. I appreciate you sharing.
what trends do you see shaping the future of performance marketing in the next 6, 12, 18 months? And is AI affecting affiliate marketers?
Yeah, a recent study dropped really good things. So I'm part of the Performance Marketing Association. We do a lot of work with them to do polling and data and gathering information from a lot of key stakeholders, agencies, networks, publishers and affiliates, influencers, the advertisers, the big brands that are, paying the bills and looking for the results back. Oftentimes I say the influencer, the publisher, the creator are really the kind of the lifeblood and the engine of the ecosystem. But I would say that they've noticed a trend. The last poll they did, probably about 20,000 advertisers were involved in the poll. The survey that dropped just today, actually, from the PMA. And the last one they did was about 3 years ago. What they were finding was, a really good increase in emphasis on content sites, on card linked offers. We're seeing connected TV be another big emphasis in the last 3 years, so that the market share of the partner types is shifting and changing at all times. But the big things people are talking about are, the rise of influencer creator, connected TV opportunity within affiliates, so you can get on a set-top box TV type viewing experience on a cost per acquisition, surprisingly. So you're not having to pay big flat fees. Our team can tap into that. Um, Card linked offers. So data from credit cards is obviously powerful, and they can make tailored recommendations. And so brands are kind of inserting themselves in a little bit more of a catered way there. Loyalty and coupon are still powerful, but coupon a little bit less so, a little bit less of a focus on that. I don't think loyalty is giving up their position. Um, and content just it continues to be a huge focus for us, a huge focus for our clients. They want that kind of performance PR legitimacy across, Men's Health, Today's Show, Wirecutter, New York Times. Those are things where those brands really want to show up. So those are some of them. There's obviously a lot more of like what you see in the ecosystem. I think that AI, definitely a wild world right now, and agents is an interesting aspect of that. So um, we are using a lot of AI in our internal processes. It's helping us be more efficient. It's helping us, I think, get more, um, pound for pound efficiency. Um, but it's it's still early. I think there's talk already of there's already companies tapping into it to make catered recommendations and matching partners. um, we've got a tool we're coming out with called Trust Score, so we've got that going live very soon. Essentially it's a matchmaking game, right? So being able to say advertiser, publisher affiliate, what's the best match? So it's not just grading the destination of the site you're on, like a Today Show or a Wirecutter. It's about saying, okay, with this advertiser, the match is a 9 out of 10, but with this advertiser, maybe it's only 7 because maybe it's not as authentic, maybe it's not as relevant. So we're kind of building out a scoring method to take into consideration revenue, ideal customer persona, the demographic and ideal customer persona, the folks on the site, the audience. Um, Others are using AI to do similar things and interesting things to kind of help you find the right partners. We're no different in tapping into that as well. Um, it's concerning. I think there's a lot of things that are coming where you wonder how far they're going to get in terms of being able to take um, expertise or take that job away, if you will. I think generally, I think I'm reasonably optimistic about it. I think yes, of course, AI is going to take some jobs, but it's going to create some. It's going to create opportunity for people to, I think, have more output within a role and within an opportunity. Um, the agent thing is wild. It's a little even too early probably for that, but I think that to tap into uh, AI and function where they can an AI agent can actually go out and do things and shop for you is a whole nother world. And I think it kind of raises a lot of questions. And I think it's worth exploring some more. I think it's a little too early to understand like where that's at, but there are some people working on some really interesting things there.
Wow, it is getting amazing just how much,
Yeah.
and we're just scratching the surface apparently. As in the next few years, who the hell knows what we're going to be doing with AI? Unbelievable. So, I mean, AI will probably be thinking for us before we even think about what we should do. It's going to tell us what's on our mind. But
Yeah,
right now we have to write the prompts, but in the future it's going to be prompting us to get out of bed and do something.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's take a minute and look at your website here. I just pulled it open. What would you have us know about roundbarnlabs.com?
Yeah. Yeah. Been around 11 years. We were really thrilled to win Boutique Agency of the Year last year. We been honored and shortlisted again this year. I think you called out some of those awards at the beginning. Um, Whew.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Yeah, so Round Barn Labs, we've got some good accolades and awards we're proud of. For me, we've been proud of a lot of examples of businesses that are very technology focused on the B2B side and also the consumer side. So we expect to continue to see that growth, to continue to invest in that. Brands like Future and Hatch, Wise, Atlassian, Grammarly, you see them all there. Um, we're growing. We're seeing about a 40% year-over-year growth rate right now, which is pretty exciting in a bit of an uncertain time. We are seeing a net promoter score, in other words, clients happy with us or not, 9.4 out of 10, which we're really proud of. Seeing clients really report that they're getting the results and experience they want. And we're really retaining folks a long time. So not only are they saying, "Hey, you guys are doing great," but that's lasting, and we're retaining clients on average for over 3.5 years. So
So
that's a lot
to
about
clarify, you're
us.
not an agency that takes over my ad campaigns and does or are you that you take over what I'm doing on YouTube, Facebook, Google, or are you pretty most focused on helping me build and generate an affiliate program, working with influencers, etc.?
The latter, exactly. We used to do the taking over of ad campaigns. We've really honed in on the distilled it down to what's worked the best and what we really can go the deepest on. And it's really managing your affiliate and influencer programs and making sure those are really well structured, built for the long haul and can scale efficiently.
And what is the biggest, what is everybody looking for, the affiliates out there? Are they looking for high ticket affiliate products or people are okay
It's
with
a
the low ticket offers? What's the
it's
main
a
thing
great
that,
question. They look at a lot of different metrics. A lot of times they're looking at earnings per 100 clicks is often a magic number because that can you might have, high AOV, low AOV, long sales cycle, short sales cycle. You might have, luxury, tons of promos. When it comes down to it, they're spending all this time, effort, money to create traffic, keeping it simple. They want to have that earnings on that traffic. So that earnings per 100 clicks a good barometer for them. Um, but responsive contact, high quality tracking mechanism they can trust, timely payouts. Um, Offers and landing pages, they all kind of sync and align. That's surprisingly, important as I think many of your listeners understand. Um, that relationship and that responsiveness is really important. We're going to conferences probably once a quarter minimum. Um, we don't want to, be constantly on the boondoggle and out, whining and dining people, but it it's surprising how much that's still a part of the industry and in a good way. There's humans there. You're talking about, hey, how's your family? How's our friends? Hey, nice to reconnect. We're doing fun things together. We were just here in Austin, Texas for Impact's annual event. A lot of industry folks and Rakuten Optimism was a few months before that. Um, Think Tank by Ewin put on a big show in Portugal recently. So there's a lot of like good things happening, a lot of people getting together, and those relationships help kind of bring up more of those conversations, and that human connection, I think, opens up other things and people can do good things together.
The traffic, the best of the top affiliates, those that 20% you said 80/20. Your goal is to get at least, get some heavy hitters that are hitting it out of the park and trying to kind of take their model and help teach it to others and so on. What are they doing for traffic? What are they, they're driving their own traffic and they're peeling it off? Are they doing email to their databases? What's some of the most effective of some of the top affiliate marketers out there?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. It's a big question too, because there's probably about 14 different partner types, and so within each of those partner types has really their own promotional method. But I would say that, like any good marketer, they're thinking about things in a multi-channel way. They're thinking about how do they combine paid, organic, earned, owned, so that they're not reliant on one thing. If they're all their eggs are in the Google basket, we saw what's happened in the last couple of years where Google's organic traffic's really declined with Google AIO, artificial intelligence overviews, with the new core update and the new EAT framework, which is very heavily reliant on authority. Um, a lot of really sizable content sites have suffered, but the good affiliates are finding ways to mix in other things to find some paid promotion, find some other means of making it work, elevate their social presence, find ways to bring users back, utilize email effectively. Um, I would say that's a big piece. A lot of them are integrating into search. A lot of them are trying to figure out the AI LLMs to better search engine optimize, or whatever
That
new
say that's a
acronym
new
they
one
want to
for me.
use.
AI, what did you just say?
Uh,
LLMs?
yeah, language learning model. So that's informing a lot of the LLMs, like AI models like OpenAI, like Gemini, like Perplexity, and the search share is really growing and shifting away from Google. They're not losing all their market share. They're still far and away the leader, and AI is kind of trying to pull it back by implementing more AI in it. But a lot of that traffic's going to zero-click searches. You're doing a search on Google, you're getting what you need because you got that snippet, and then you're not landing on the travel destination website like you used to. You're getting what
Right.
you want, you're going, I'm out. So Google's creating a better user experience. The Google's habit is changing, which is
Yeah, the
hard to do. It
AI
takes,
AI gives you what you're asking for, but it doesn't put you on a paid ad, and
yeah,
so they're cutting their own income out, I guess, and affecting
yep,
all of the advertisers, all of us out there that used to have our own. You could buy traffic. That's getting harder and harder to do. Probably end up becoming more and more expensive because of. Um,
yep,
yeah. So.
yep.
Uh,
I think you're on the right track with that. It's quite a lot to they see an opportunity to take a big swing with the AI tests they're running right now. There's a lot of AI emphasis on the Google app and site you didn't see before, and I think they know that they can apply more paid, try to get more paid market share in terms of getting people to spend more money on paid because they're not getting as much organically.
do you think they're going to end up adding that the AI search results, the chat GPTs, et cetera, will pull in paid content that they're finding versus what,
Yeah.
so that you'll, uh, so when when chat GPT or whatever, you ask it a question, instead of just pulling in organic content, they may pull up, here's some paid
Oh
off
yeah.
actions that,
Absolutely.
because that's
Absolutely.
not
You're
happening now within chat GPT, but they're going to have to do that, I guess, in order to not lose all of their revenue. So.
Yeah, I think it's a combo, and I think you're right. I think it's very likely. Eric Seifert, I think he's also an Austin guy, very knowledgeable in mobile marketing and growth. I think he likes to say everything's an ad network. Um, a lot of where the eyeballs go, the ads follow, right? And I think there's no exception with AI. It's gonna happen whether they're charging you a membership fee, or they're using the data to benefit them, their model and their network and their moat. or they're putting ad formats into it, which is possible, as you alluded to.
Hey, folks, if you're in business for yourself and don't have a CRM system, how are you? We're talking about leads and traffic and when affiliates and what have you. But when leads come into your door, what are you doing with them? How are you following up? Do you have an email sequence of workflows? Do you have text messaging, ringless voicemail broadcasting? Are you up building new landing pages and offers? If you don't have all of that, a simple way to do it, check out automationbooster.com. We'll go ahead and take a minute and hear from Automation Booster, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Is your business on autopilot yet? Do you have automation in place to capture, nurture, and convert prospects into clients via email, SMS, ringless voicemails, appointment setting? Get all the inbound and outbound marketing tools in one place. Go to marketingboostsolutions.com for more on automating your business so you can make money while you sleep.
Welcome back. You just heard from Automation Booster. And once again, I've been an internet marketer since 1996, very early adapter before Facebook, Google. I've never seen a platform that makes it so affordable under one roof for all of your inbound and outbound marketing tools that also include hundreds of templates from Marketing Boost, ideas on how to implement our incentives in your call to action. So you'll get all kinds of templates available to you to copy, paste, clone, use yourself, and make them yours within automationbooster.com, including your outbound email, texting, voicemail, broadcasting. So check out automationbooster.com. It's your goes hand in hand with your Marketing Boost account. Back with Tye here, and you've been awesome here with some great insight on moving forward with authentic trust and affiliate marketing. What's some of the first steps to build authentic trust with partners and customers alike, even if you're relatively new and getting started? Or even
Getting
if you're not new,
started.
you've been around a while, but you just don't have, the affiliate clientele you'd wish you had.
I think going back to what we talked about, that a lot of people try to apply other channels to it is something to really caution yourself. It needs time to bake. A lot of people think, oh, it's been 2 months. Where's my performance? You need you need a year, honestly. I think in 6 months is a fine time to get to ROI positivity, we often see, to good result, to progress, but like a year is really valid because like I say that because year two is when things really get going. It's just a slower moving channel. If you take 3 months on, search and social to stand it up, to really do great work and get great result, say, hey, this is working for really well. I would say you double that time. So that's why I say 6 months. Um, the other piece of it is that diversification thing. We talked about it a little bit earlier. um, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. You want to have a good mix. The Google slaps coming to content sites is a good example. Um, the fact that a lot of loyalty and deal isn't really adding a lot of value unless you're seeing that in your data, unless you're measuring that, unless you're monitoring that through a system, unless you're looking at good platform data. You gotta make sure that you're not just paying partners that are gonna uh, take credit for things that have already happened or already transpired, or signaling. The reality is Google does that too, Meta does that too. It requires some good. Got to have a marketer that knows what they're doing to take a look at that and say, are we saving you money? Are you paying for the right stuff? Are you not overpaying for things? Um, and you're really tracking it well. Now, a lot of people don't get the tracking right. A lot of times the tracking breaks, and then your partners are left holding the bag, and you're not seeing the accurate results. So getting with somebody that knows this stuff, even for a convo, it doesn't have to be a crazy long term thing. Doesn't have to be crazy expensive, but just getting some help there to get you on the right path is probably a good idea. Um, and
So
I
give
think
us a
you,
plug for your website again one more time so everybody knows
yeah,
where
yeah.
to go.
Thank you, Marco. Roundbarnlabs.com.
Round Barn Labs. By the way, all of
Roundbarnlabs.com.
those links to get a hold of Tye or his team are in the show notes down below. So before we wrap it up, Tye, I know your time is valuable. I think you have a hard close here. What's one myth about affiliate or influencer performance-based marketing? A myth that just drives you crazy. That's not quite true.
I like to say it's the most misunderstood and underrated performance marketing channel. A lot of people just simply don't know. I talked to a very prominent CMO about 4 years ago. Um, Investor, CMO, great person, very knowledgeable in marketing. And he was like, "Oh, it's all content, it's all coupon sites, right?" And it was like, whoa, that is like could not be further from the truth. It's not even a channel, it's a lever. It's you can have channel of channels with affiliate. You can have search, social, content, TV, radio, podcast, influencer, all of those things. If you're doing it right, does that take time, expertise, money, investment? Sure. But I think that's the biggest misconception. There's a lot of, yeah, we can even go even further on that, but that's a big one, I would say, is
What
that
kind of
it's just
client are
one type of
you?
partner.
What kind of client do you work with, Ty? If I'm saying to myself, man, I need Ty and his team. I mean, what do I need to be? Where do I need to be in business wise to afford your team services?
No, I appreciate it, Marco. I would say, our minimums, just to be perfectly frank, we can go. We're about if brands are looking at if brands are growing, if brands have some product market fit, if brands are in consumer or B2B, usually tech brands is where we do really well. Um, you know, Ideally they're 100 million and trying to go up from there. Have we worked with smaller than that? And that's per year in revenue. Sure, we can and we will. Um, and we just have to be thoughtful about it and match make it and be there to help you and point you in the right direction. And then I try to say, hey, if I'm not your guy, that's okay. I've got somebody for you I can recommend because I want to just support and help and make it work for you and see you do well. But yeah, that's a bit about how we would shift it and figure it out. We typically do a retainer and a performance based model, and it's that's hopefully that helps you guys out.
Appreciate that. And then on your website, you have some resources and stuff available that kind of self-educating for those of us
Yeah.
that aren't at 100
Oh
million.
yeah. No, I'm with you, man. So the site is we try to provide a lot of the story and case studies, clients, some of the services we're focused on. And we put the learning section is really cool because we're putting out a podcast every week called the Always Be Testing Pod. So just like you have a cool podcast, we're investing a lot in that. Um, and we're also putting out a newsletter which writes up a lot of these things and references back to some of the learnings we're sharing. So um, yeah, if you go up to the learn section and scroll down, you can see the podcast reference. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on Apple. So yeah, the Always Be Testing podcast is a good resource.
Or is I'm
For
trying to,
folks.
where am I missing it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Always be
Yeah,
testing.
yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, we put episodes out weekly. I think we're at about almost 90 episodes now, and it's been very well received.
Super. Super. So you're on our show, and that's another way you get the word out about your business. You've been using Podcast to Be and invited on multiple different shows. Tell us about that experience of yourself getting invited on third-party podcasts in addition to your own show. Um, Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it's been great. I enjoy learning from various sources. We've had a diverse group of guests on our podcast. We have, it's this year in particular has been a lot of great technology and B2B software brands and practitioners on our podcast. um, it's really all about learning. So we try to go deep on what you learned in this situation, what you learned from this marketing campaign, what you learned from that career opportunity. And it seems to resonate when we come on, great shows like yours and we talk about these things a little bit more. I often am asking the questions on my podcast. I'm often the curious one and just sits back and asks the questions, and it's a lot of fun. this gives me a chance to kind of tell a little bit about our story.
Hmm.
And I really appreciate that. Thank you for having me on and just allowing me to do that. And it's a nice balance.
Cool. So, what's one lesson, or is there a lesson from the ranch or from your parents, your parenting that you use in business today?
Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, the cowboy code comes to mind. My dad and a few others were very good about that. But I think the hard work piece is very emphasized in terms of it sounds a little cliche, but it's real. Like you kind of get in what you put it on a lot of different things, and I think that effort and it opens up a lot of doors. My dad used to joke that the harder I work, the luckier I get. Um, and I think the other part of the whole cowboy code thing is a little bit of that old school, shake hand mentality of trust and value, and just saying, hey, you're going to do what you say. You say you show up at a certain time, or you say you're going to commit to something, you do it. And so, as simple as those are a couple that come to mind that are really important and powerful that I recall from childhood and growing up in kind of that cowboy ranch environment, which was a lot of fun.
Cool. Tye DeGrange, folks, if you're looking for ways to build your business outside of the standard traditional email, text, voice, Facebook, Google, pay-per-click ads, etc. And it's time to start building that affiliate program. Look up Tye DeGrange, and we're one more time the website. I'll let you plug it.
Roundbarnlabs.com.
Roundbarnlabs.com. Again, the links are in the show notes below. Folks, if you like the content we brought you, we've got a huge favor. One, give us a like. And if you got any comments, questions, we want to hear from you down below. Give us some comments, some questions. But subscribe to the show. And if you can grab the link and share it with another entrepreneur, that would be a huge gift to us. So we really appreciate your time listening to the show. Tye, do you have any final words of wisdom for our community?
My goodness, in the spirit of my pod and my ethos and something we talk about a lot in our company, always be testing. Try these new things. Don't fear them. Set aside maybe a small percentage to try something new and put a test out there in your marketing mix. And really don't be afraid to jump into these AI tools that are coming at us fast and furious. I don't think they're going to take over. Um, but I think they can amplify if you got a couple of those tools in your arsenal.
Absolutely. So thanks again. Give us a like, subscribe, and share this with somebody else. Thank you. We'll see you on the next episode of the Marketing Boost Solutions podcast. You can click right here or right there to get the next show. Thank you. Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Boost Solutions podcast with your hosts, Captain Marco Torres. Now it's on you. Take the next step now. Go to marketingboostsolutions.com for more on how you can wow, delight, and surprise your clients with the most amazing draw card on the planet. So stay thirsty, my friends. Stay thirsty for knowledge. See you next time.